More than 40 million Americans have been infected with coronavirus. More than 636,000 have died. The numbers are staggering, but what that big number doesn't show is really a clear picture of what it's like when you or one person gets a serious case of COVID and what happens when it starts getting worse. In a new op-ed for the Los Angeles Times, a frontline healthcare worker describes it all in grim detail. The author, Karen Gallardo, joins me now. She's a respiratory therapist who's been caring for COVID patients at Community Memorial Hospital in Ventura, California for more than a year and a half. You say this is the 7 stages of COVID death.
Go, Karen!
Why did you decide to lay this out in such vivid detail?
Because it's what we see every day, and a year and a half of doing that day in and day out, it's almost like a shuffle, almost. It's what we expect when somebody comes into the ER. It's just a progression, natural progression of the disease that we see from each one of those patients.
When you read this, the 7 stages, it's painful, and it's gruesome in many ways. And if you will, I was hoping you could you lay out 7 stages. Could you read 6 and 7 so people understand the types of things that you've seen for a year and a half?
Yes, I'll try. Okay. So stage 7, the pressure required to open your lungs is so high that air can leak into your chest cavity. So we insert chest tubes to clear it out. Your kidneys fail to filter the byproducts from the drugs we continuously give you. Despite diuretics, your entire body swells from fluid retention, and you require dialysis to help with your renal function. The long hospital stay and your depressed immune system make you susceptible to infections. A chest x-ray shows fluids accumulating in your lung sacs. A blood clot may show up too. We can't prevent these complications at this point. We treat them as they present. If your blood pressure drops critically, we will administer vasopressors to bring it up, but your heart may stop anyway. After several rounds of CPR, we'll get your pulse and your circulation back, but soon your family will need to make a difficult decision. Stage 7. After several meetings with the palliative care team, your family decides to withdraw care. We extubate you, turning off the breathing machinery. We set up a final FaceTime call with your loved ones, and as we work in your room, we hear crying and loving goodbyes. We cry too, and we hold your hand until your last natural breath.
Thank you for reading that, and I know it can't be easy for you after all that you've seen. Just very quickly, what's it like for you to see this happen to so many patients?
It's traumatic almost. We needed coping mechanisms, and that's why I started writing. I've been journaling for, a lifelong journal writer, but more so during the pandemic. The grief counselor recommended that we write our feelings and our thoughts, and so I did. And I write a journal entry every time I terminally extubate somebody. And it's my way of honoring that patient, and it's my way of coping.
Karen Gallardo, well, we appreciate everything you've done in sharing this with us, because it's important that people see it. Thank you.
Thank you. Salamat.
Back in a moment.